The great content shift, the demand for content anytime, anywhere. It's what's going on now. It's been going on for a while. And you, whether you're a consumer, a business, or whatever, need to keep up with it. If you're in business, you need to strategize on how to take advantage of it. We're talking to Mark Fratrik, who's the chief economist of BIA, Kelsey, and we're talking about the 2012 NAB show coming up in Las Vegas the week of April 16th. Mark, I want to talk about the term broadcaster first. The old days, it used to be if you were a broadcaster, you're either in print, you're either in television, or you're either in radio. In 2012, I would make the statement that broadcasters are everybody, that every business, whether they know it or not, are in the publishing company, and they need to embrace that. Do you agree? And if so, give me an example.
Oh yeah, very much so. Anybody can obviously start webcasting, or one interesting little area of what, in the broader definition of broadcasting, is when you go in and pumping gas at your local gas station. You have video streams there of what's going on in the local weather. It may be affiliated with a local broadcaster, it may not be, but it's just another way that information is being broadcast to local consumers by a non-traditional way that isn't over the spectrum. Is through internet and streaming.
So while we're talking here about shifting business strategies and old models versus new models, let's focus on pay versus advertising. The old model was advertising. You go out, you're going to charge for your time, you're going to get paid for the inventory that you have, but the pay model is interesting. There's different levels of it. Which one you want to talk about first?
Well, I think it's important to recognize that there have been in the past some media, such as cable, that have always had two different revenue streams, a subscription stream as well as an advertising stream, while traditional broadcasts only had advertising. But that's changing as more and more broadcasters are obtaining some carriage, what's called retransmission fees from the local cable systems as well as the satellite systems, which enable them to invest in their different types of programming. Some of those revenues are actually going to go back towards the originating parent network, but that all is part of a dual revenue stream that many cable networks have had for a long time, but now over-the-air networks are beginning to enjoy themselves.
And to finish up this segment of our conversation, going back to right where we started, where everybody's a broadcaster, everybody's a publishing company, really the challenge for you in thinking about your business strategies and your shifting models is to think about developing revenue streams around, whether it's pay or whether it's your inventory, different ways to monetize creating content and getting people to value that content.
I think that's exactly right, because given the amount of competition that all the various broadcasters have, whether traditional or these new broadcasters, you're going to need every available revenue stream to make it an economic success story. So where historically you could rely on just selling spots on the local TV or radio station, you have to think of new ways of generating revenue, capitalizing on the assets that you have in the local market to try and succeed in these new and different areas.
The great content shift is ongoing, the demand for content anytime, anywhere, and it should be permeating into your thinking as a business and your strategy for 2012 and beyond. I'm Butch Stearns from the Pulse Network. We're talking about the 2012 NAB show.